Hello, everybody. Welcome to our Magic Weekly. This is where I talk about topics regarding Magic the Gathering. Wait, is that right? Topics regarding Magic the Gathering? I don't know. We talk about Magic the Gathering topics for the week, and then we also open some packs. So, we have this thing called Pack Club, and if you're subscribed to Pack Club, then every X amount of time I will open a pack for you on stream, and then I will send you the goodies via the USPS. Okay. So basically, what that means is that every week I have to open one pack at least because we have a Pack Club subscriber named Derek. Instead of opening just one pack and going on live on stream, and it's going to take like 2 seconds to open a pack, instead of doing that, I figured, hey, let's give people a chance to open packs themselves so you can buy packs. If you're here, the link is in the chat. You can buy some packs and we'll open them for you and get that stuff sent out to you. And let's also just talk about Magic for the week because it's like a good time to catch up since I'm going to be going live anyways, opening the Pack Club packs. Pack Club plaques. Man, you can't say that fast. Try to say that fast. Pack Club packs. Anyways, since we're going to be opening those anyways, let's talk about Magic. I usually start this off with a card that I would say you should invest in. Okay, and spoiler alert, it's on the screen right now. What I would say is, man, look at this. The foil. Look at the foil version of this card. Foil Lightning Greaves borderless from Double Masters is an absurd price right now. So if you just say foil here, $13. $13. That's super cheap. That is super cheap. Like, to give you a frame of reference, like the FNM foil, this was like $15 before COVID, and I thought that was super cheap. Now, if you look at like the premium version, right? So, Lightning Greaves. Let's see. Let's go look at this is the highest version you can get right here. We're going to look at the highest version. But look at this. $81 is the lowest price for these Masterpiece Greaves. Like, of course, these are the best, right? These are the best Greaves. But, I mean, that's a big difference, right? $81 versus $13? $13 is absurd. It's just absurd. So I think a lot of these, they're the ugliest, you mean? Dude, already with the shade. So $13. And I would say a lot of these are underpriced. A lot of these Double Masters extended art cards are just underpriced. Like Phyrexian Metamorph. This used to be an $8 card. You're telling me I'm talking about the non-foil used to be $8. You're telling me now that this extended art foil is $5? Get out. Get out of here. This stuff is worth more than it's selling for now. So one of the things, look at this Council's Judgment. This is another example. Look at the Council's Judgment. This used to be a 20-something dollar card, right? And now it's $6. $6 for a foil extended art. That's just crazy. That's just crazy to me. You know? It's just nuts. So what I will say is this is the stuff you want to look into right now. Because what has been happening is COVID has been going on, right? And thank you, Adam Olds, for the follow. You know what? I love Adam Olds. Adam Olds is a great guy. He's a great guy. I really miss... okay, we're going to take a little detour real quick. Who cares about Magic prices? We'll come back to that. So Adam Olds, I had this like period of time in my life. It was right after I got fired. Okay, so I got fired from my job. And right after I got fired, well, I don't know if it was right after, but, in the vicinity around that time, I wanted to do board game design. And so I started working on this card game. It was a deck builder. It was an archaeology deck building card game. And it was called The Big Dig. And it was like, it had like a steampunk aesthetic in my mind because it never got published. But the thing is we would we would test this game together. We would get together at the local card shop and just test this game. And oh man, that was so much fun. He would also give me like very good and important feedback on the game and say, oh, well, I like this mechanic, or, I didn't like this or whatever. But just getting together and playing with Adam every day was awesome. So thank you for that, Adam, if you're listening. Or maybe the follow is just a latent follow and I'm telling the story to you guys, so I'm going to get some coffee. That coffee's good. So what's been happening is I've been noticing that cards that are doing well are like commander staples. Mostly commander staples are doing well in the pricing, in the market, in the Magic market. But the interesting thing is that a lot of these like tournament staples, those have not been doing very well. They have been getting beat up. So like if you look at something like, look at this. Let's look at Overgrown Tomb. These are Shockland. And some of the Shocklands are up there. Like I think Breeding Pool's like $17-$18. But like Overgrown Tomb at $9, $7, $6 right here. Look at this. This is a $6 card for an Overgrown Tomb. That just doesn't seem right. Oops, I hit the promo. Ah, man, I wish this website would load. Okay. Here we go. Right here. Here's the regular. $6 for an Overgrown Tomb. A lot of the competitive cards. Look at $7 for a Watery Grave, $6 for a Temple Garden, $15 for a Breeding Pool. A lot of these competitive cards have really been hurt by the pandemic. What is going to happen? What is happening? Already it's happening. You can tell, and we'll talk about why in a second. What is happening is that smart people, business people are realizing, hey, with the vaccine hitting the world, right? Local game store play is going to start happening soon. And when I say soon, I don't mean next month. Okay, the COVID vaccine has been super slow in the rollout. Actually, there's a lot of criticism about how the government is handling the rollout because it's just going very slow. And it's like, I think there was an article today. It said, at the rate that we're going right now for the COVID rollout, the vaccine rollout, the U.S. would be vaccinated like properly in 10 years. So they need to speed that up. But let's say they do. Okay, let's say they speed it up and they go at the rate that they're supposed to go. What they were projecting is that the vaccine should start getting rolled out to normal people in the spring, in the summer. You know what I mean? So that's about what they're saying. And so what people are thinking is that game store Magic is probably going to return at the end of this year or beginning of next year. So when do we want to be buying those singles? We want to be buying them now, right? Because when everything's depressed, like things like Arclight Phoenix, right? Not like a super... Arclight Phoenix is like not like a super high tier card, but it's like $2 right now. I know that, hey, there's a bunch of things people are going to say. Oh, Arclight Phoenix got printed in those decks. I understand that. I understand there's things that are driving the price down. But still, when the Pioneer boom happened, some of these cards were crazy expensive. And the fact that they could be that expensive during the Pioneer boom, to me, just means that they could be that expensive anytime that there is demand for them. So what I think is happening is, so Tales of Adventure, I pulled this up here just to see. I want to see if on there, if their buy list policies have been updated. Tales of Adventure, okay, so they didn't update this stuff, but what they said, oh, here it is. No. What they said on Facebook they said, look, we're paying like 73% of TCG low for cards. We want to buy cards. Tales of Adventure said this. We want to buy cards at 73%. Now, for those of you who don't know, like, hey, what is the rate? What is the rate to buy cards? Typically, for cards over $5, so if you have a Magic card that's over $5, there is a cushion of, it's between 60% and 70%. Okay, typically between somewhere in that range is where that card is going to fall when you sell it to a buy list. When you sell it to a backpack grinder or somebody, if somebody comes up to you and says, how much is this $5 card worth? It's probably going to sell, if you buy list it, between 60% and 70%. So 73% is a lot. It's more than the highest like threshold of what people usually pay. So the fact that Tales of Adventure is paying 73% on cards over $3, and now this is not a sponsored, I'm not sponsored by these guys at all or anything like that. I just saw this on Facebook, and what it got me thinking. I said, you know what? They're getting ready for when, when local game store magic returns, when people start going to their FNMs again and they need 4, overgrown tombs, and they need, that stuff is going to start to appreciate. And if you buy now, even if you pay at 73%, you could still be in good shape when that time comes, when the new stuff happens. So let's catch up with chat. See what you guys are talking about. Hey, what's up? Blackpink Seiyu. What's up? Welcome. I'm on my meal break. My internet is garbage. Mega stressful day. Let's chat later tonight. Hi. Bye, everyone. Wow, Zuko. Welcome, Zuko. Goodbye, Zuko. I think Zuko came in and ran. Sorry about your mega stressful day. I hope it gets better. I bought a regular Proculus for 30 at one point. Yeah, let's look at that. I did see the Meddling Mage. I am a big fan of the original Meddling Mage art. What I will say also, this will give me a good opportunity. Meddling Mega. Meddling Mage, not Meddling Mega. Let's see. Yeah, look at that. Look at this Meddling Mage. Oh my gosh. Look at that. So Meddling Mages were like $20, $25, any Meddling Mage when humans became a deck. And now it's like $4 for the foil, $4.19. Like, I'm not even talking about, hey guys, buy and then sell. I'm not saying just buy it all and sell it. I'm just talking about, hey, if you need a playset of Meddling Mages, you can get one for under $20. Extended art foils. Like, that's weird. That is weird. It should not be this way. Yeah, buy and keep. So yeah, my Meddling Mage story. So check this out. Like, I have bought and sold many, many Magic cards. Over my years, I've owned a set of Power. I've owned, Japanese foil cards. I've owned so many things, and I never worried about selling them, right? I've sold a playset. I think I had a playset of Japanese foil Lorwyn Ponders, which those are expensive. Like, just a regular Ponder Lorwyn used to be like $100. So like, if you can imagine what a Japanese foil, Japanese foil Ponder went for. And like the only cards, there's like 2 cards. I'm going to put this in the thing, Skull Altar. There's only like 2 sets of cards that I sold that I really regret selling. And so like, out of all the cards that I've sold, I think this is it. This is it right here. I'm going to show you. This is insane. I'm going to show you after the story. Okay. So like, out of all the cards I've sold, there's basically 2 things that I wish I had not sold. Okay. The first one is a set of Dark Rituals that was altered by Ken Meyer Jr. Into being Kiss. So it was the band Kiss on all 4 Dark Rituals, right? So one member of the band here, one member of the band there. And I got those from my buddy, Eugene. He sold me that set. I ended up trading them to my friend Jeff Blyden, who I love. He's awesome. But I don't know what he did with them after that. But that set, I kind of, like, because it was connected to my buddy Eugene and because they were so wild, like those altered, the Kiss Dark Rituals. I regret selling those. The other thing I regret selling is I had a playset of Meddling Mages, the original it was the original. At least they did go into good hands. They did. It was the original print, which I'm a big fan of, and it was these are not them. These are not this is not the Meddling Mage, but I'm going to show you what it looked like. Okay. I had a playset of these. I'm going to show you what it looked like here. See this Meddling Mage here it looks like a skull. So I had Japanese foil of this with the skull signed. And I had a playset of those, and I sold it. I don't remember when. I think when I sold out of Magic for good, back then I sold it. And man, it was like, I wish I never did that. And I found him on Facebook the other day. This was like 4 years ago. I found him on Facebook when I was back in the game a little bit, and I saw somebody selling them, and they wanted $400 for the set. And I was like, oh man, I want those back. And I contacted him, and I said, hey, I'll give you $300. I'll give you $300 for the set. And I thought $300 was way too much, but I'm like, dude, I want those things. And I just did. I regretted it so much. I'm like, I think these are mine. I'm like, these are my Meddling Mages, man. And it was no dice. He did not want to sell them for $300, and we couldn't make a deal. So I never got the Meddling Mages back. But yeah. So interesting stuff there. Let me see. Let me keep going down what the chat is talking about here. Let's see. We're talking great bargains. Yeah, we are. Okay, non-foils won't turn into Pringles. Do foil EAs have the problem from this set? The thing that I've been noticing that regular foils are worth nothing. Okay, they're pretty much the same price as regular cards. Now that just goes for everything that's printed in the modern era. Okay, they've increased the foil prints. Modern master sets have a foil in every box. Commander Legends has a foil in every box. Commander Legends foils are just totally trash. And so like people, they don't value foils like they used to. Now, what I will say is that old foils still carry a premium because, first of all, old foils don't bend like Pringles. And second of all, old foils are harder to get than new foils, right? New foils, the reason why it's worth nothing is it's just oversaturation. Too many foils in the market, right? The older foils don't have that saturation problem. They don't have the Pringles problem. So, people don't mind them. You know what? Actually, it does not. Here, I'll show you. Actually, I have some in stock. Oh yeah, foil Grim Monolith, of course. It's like that's a good example. Obviously, yeah. I'll show you some of these foil cards. Okay, here's a good one. Here's a good example. Just give me a moment. I have to make sure my box doesn't come out of order here. All right. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let's see. We're gonna go into the pack club. We're gonna go into the pack club thing, into the desk cam. Let's see if I can. I just want to make sure the desk cam is where it needs to be, and it's not. It has to be reset every time, of course. So let's take this off, and then we'll jack this up here to 30%. All right, cool. So this, here we go. So this here is from that set. And as you can tell, I'm going to take it out of I always keep them in protective sleeves because it's part of the inventory. But as you can tell, look how straight that is. It does not have the Pringles problem. So Double Masters card, that's a pretty card. It does not have the Pringles problem. What you will notice about Double Masters foils is they look nice, but they have a little bit of aliasing. You'll notice, like, look at where the legendary is and stuff. It looks a little bit aliased, if you know what that means. Same thing, and part of it is because they double stack the writing. So like, there's where it says flying, there's a flying underneath that creates a shadow, but it's a little bit aliased when you look at it. I'm real picky about that stuff. But yeah, this is a really nice card. And if you do want to pick this card up, for those of you who are looking and drooling, you can pick the card up. It's available at alchemistrefuge.shop. So I'm gonna give my shop a plug there. This is the same place that you can pick up a booster pack. Just click on the Pack Club icon and you can buy a pack for us to open. So we have Zendikar Rising and we have Zendikar Rising collector boosters available for you to open. Yeah, there you go. See the ad? Nice ad, right? Okay, sweet. So that should answer the question about, do those foils pringle? Do they pringle? No, they do not. Well, I don't know. Maybe they do. That one wasn't pringled. So, all right, let's catch up. Let's keep going with chat. I want to catch up with what's going on here. I need to get some coffee too. Mark's son, what's up? What's up? I kind of jumped ahead in chat. I see Mark's son. I see Joey Pasco. Man, we got a live audience tonight. I love you guys. Welcome. Thank you for stopping by. Let's see. Non-foils won't turn into Pringles. Okay, we already talked about that. I have been looking to finish my set of Stoneforge Mystics. Okay. Let me see. Do I still have any? I had some too. Let's see. I'm going to see if I have it still. Because if I do, I have to plug it, right? I have to plug the one in the shop, no? I do. Dude, go buy this Stoneforge. It's foil. Come on. Do it. All right, let's keep moving. Let's see. Shocks were depressed after Return to Ravnica for a few years. I expect the same as long as the recent Ravnica boxes are as abundant as they are. Yeah, okay, so Shocks got a recent reprinting with the current Ravnica set, right? Even some of the Shocks were available in what are those the pre-con decks, right? I think you get a Shock like in the blue-red deck. You get, so that is true that since they reprinted, the Shocks are low. But what I will say is that when Pioneer spiked, the Shocks went up. And so that shows you that, that when there's demand, that even if it got reprinted, the demand will drive the card up. And because there was so much Pioneer demand and people were buying Shocks for Pioneer as well, it drove it up. But what has happened since that point is, first of all, Pioneer died, I think. Maybe it will be resurrected. I don't know. Pioneer kind of died. And then the second thing that happened is that pandemic happened, and playing Magic in stores is not a thing right now, Thankfully, I would say, well, thankfully in some way, right? Thankfully for the safety of people, it's that way. For our businesses, it's no bueno, right? It's not a good thing. Young Wolf's here too. What's up? What's up, Brandon? Thank you for stopping by, brother. Remember $200 Greaves? I do, until they printed them into the ground. What's your break even? Worst case, you buy at percentage. Oh, with fees and shipping. Break even? I think that break even is like 80%. Like when you're calculating to buy cards and sell them, you have to calculate for a lot of things. Okay. Some people say, oh, well, if you buy a card and then you sell it, you just minus the fee and that's what you make on the card. That is not true. Okay. Because there's a lot of things that's happening. Number one, you're shipping the card. So you have to pay shipping. So then they say, yeah, of course, okay, so fees and shipping, that's two things. You figure that out and that's how much you made on the card. No, that's not true, because you also paid for shipping supplies. Okay. And you're like, oh, well, you're splitting hairs now because, you're paying for shipping supplies. Well, hey, top loaders are freaking expensive right now. It's like, sometimes you have to pay like almost like a quarter a piece or some crazy amount of money for a top loader. So that makes a huge difference when you're shipping cards. I don't even ship cards that are under $10 in a top loader anymore. When I ship a card that's under $10, I ship it in this. This is called a semi-rigid. It's like a top loader, but it's less money than a top loader. And the reason why is just because you cannot afford to send cards under $10 in top loaders. So what you typically figure, okay, is about 20% for all of that stuff, for like shipping supplies, fees. And you can even, if you want, you can say in that 20% is your time to process it and to process it in and process it out, because somebody has to enter it into your website. Somebody has to take it out of your website and ship it. So about 80% is like where you want to be. Now, the way that number gets fudged a little bit is like when I said that store was paying 73% of low, that's where it changes, right? Because the worst case scenario is that you're going to sell a card at low and you're going to sell it on a platform that charges fees, and you're going to pay the full like 20% on that card. So at that point you make 7% kind of. But the difference is if you don't sell it at low, if you sell it at market, then you make more money, right? Because if you can sell it at market and you don't have the worst case scenario, then your percentage goes up. And then if you can sell it directly to the customer. So when you come to my store and you buy something from me, you buy the Stoneforge Mystic from me. When you do that directly, that helps me out a lot, because what that does is it lets me skip the fee of selling on eBay. So if I sell it on eBay, I have to pay the eBay fee, which then goes into that 20% mark, into that bin. Now, if you buy it, I don't have to pay the eBay fee. I only have to pay the credit card processing fee, which is 3%. So it's a big difference. Now, the 3% is factored into that 20%, but like 3% is a lot lower than 20%. Because remember, to process a credit card or a PayPal payment, it's 3%. That's what it costs. So that's something to keep in mind. So 73% is really cutting the margins thin. The other thing that people don't realize is that here's something that's really just mind-blowing, and you have to think about this. If you're going to be someone who buys and sells Magic cards, you have to think about this, okay? If you buy 100 cards in a collection, you're not going to sell 100 of those cards. Some amount of those cards are going to become dead stock. Some amount of those cards are going to sit in your stock. So like you have to think about that. If you buy $1,000 in cards, then 200 of that stuff is probably just going to sit. You're not going to move through the whole 1,000. So let's say that you pay, 73% and you pay $730. Well, if you pay $730 of $1,000 in cards, 200 of that dollars is probably going to sit. So now you're like $930. So you're making 70 on $1,000. Some of these numbers are a little bit, it's all, there's knobs and stuff you can turn to make it go. And some people don't mind sitting on the stock. But what I'm saying is a lot of times if you're just buying, you're not realizing that you're ending up with slush. There's a bunch of slush. And you have to think about that slush when you're factoring in what you're paying for cards, and you're factoring in cash flow. You're factoring in what kind of percentage you're getting on your money, this kind of stuff. It's super important stuff. I also don't want to bore you guys who came to watch. Some of you guys came to watch us open packs, right? And so I don't want to bore you with that thing. So let's keep going. Let's keep catching up with chat, and then we'll talk about some of these topics, and then we'll open some packs. One other thing here is you can see that I have here a sealed Zendikar Rising box. So if somebody buys a Zendikar Rising collector pack, we can open that tonight, and we can do that. Let me get this out of the way, because this is how I see my packs from Pack Club. So I'm going to give you guys another plug here for the Pack Club packs. If you want to open a pack tonight, just click on this link and claim your pack there. Trying to get down at the bottom of chat. Here we go. Yeah, that does look really cool, right? Yeah, they were talking about that Atraxa. Foils used to be special. How many would you pull from a booster box of UL or 7th? Urza's Legacy. I was like, unlimited. Unlimited. You don't pull any foils out there. All right, Mark's son's in the house. Yeah, Mark's son, man. Mark's son has been playing Pokemon Go, and he's like turned into like a Pokemon Go master, like a player versus player, a PvP Pokemon Go master. So you guys gotta check out Mark's son. I think I have his Twitch here. Let me see if I can give him a shout out. I used to know how to do shout outs, but I've only been streaming weekly now. I'm putting the streaming hat back on, and it's like you got to go easy when you first start again, Let me see if I can do this shout out right. I think I did. Yeah, give Mark's son a follow. Give him a follow. Check out his stuff. It's good stuff. He's super good at it. And Joey Pasco's here. I love Joey, Brandon, all the old folk. Oh, poor VIP stuff. Yeah, that's part of the reason, right? Is the VIP, the Double Masters VIP boosters really drove the price down of that stuff. Prices going down even more. That's so. Armadario saying the prices are going to go down more with the Double Master stuff because there's been a new printing of VIP boosters. I guess there's been a new what do you call it? I don't want to say printing, but I guess distribution, printing, however you want to call it. Joey Pasco says, I'm good. How are things on your end? Things are good, man. I'm very happy. I'm working over here, grinding it out, trying to get that money to put the food on the table. But other than that, things are great. My family's healthy, and I'm grateful to God for that. So really trying to dodge a bullet here with the coronavirus, trying to keep my head down, stay low. Let's see. Any idea what Double Masters VIB printings was compared to the earlier Master set? I feel like a lot. I mean, probably a lot. I mean, they were making a bunch of money on those booster packs, the booster packs, quote unquote. Pioneer died and then Paper Magic died. Oh man. So I'm just catching up. Looks like some people are catching up with Mark's son. That's great news. Professional gamer. COVID is a big part of why Pioneer is dormant right now. I agree that Pioneer is dormant because of COVID, because you can't really, you can't play it on Arena. Also, they made the Pioneer bands like in COVID, right? Or like right before COVID. So like the big like boogeyman was the Dimir Inverter deck. And then when they removed it, it really didn't have time for the format to kind of like bulk out. Magic players value their time at 0. It's dumb. I was reading that. I was reading what you were saying when you were like, Magic players value their time. And I was going to be like, what? Magic players do not value their time. They do not. And that's right. They do. They value their time at 0. It's 0%, $0. They do not value their time. That is true. So let's keep going. Let's see what else is going on here. A lot of Pokemon Go talk. I want to skip that for this stream as much as I enjoy Pokemon Go. It's a lot of fun. Also, you have to take into account other people offering 70% plus likely have better outs and might be actually making 50 to 60% via on the outs. Yeah, so let's draw the picture for people who don't understand all this stuff. And we're getting kind of heady when we're talking about 70% and all these different percentages and numbers about selling things. One thing you have to remember is somebody like Card Kingdom. Let's take Card Kingdom, for example. I will guarantee you if we go to Card Kingdom right now that those Lightning Greaves are not $13. Okay? I will bet you that those Lightning Greaves are not $13. So let's go to Card Kingdom. Hello, Card Kingdom. Let's look at those Lightning Greaves. All right, and I'll explain why. I'll explain this stuff in a second here. All right. Give me those sweet. Look at. So here for the near mint not foils, right? There were there not foils. There were non-foil box toppers, right? $17. $17. So the point being is Card Kingdom sells their cards higher, and they can do that because they put dollars into advertising. So they pay people like the Command Zone to tell people to go buy your cards at Card Kingdom. Then people go and do that. They buy their cards at Card Kingdom, and then Card Kingdom is able to sell things at a higher price. So if you put dollars into advertising, if you put dollars into SEO, if you put dollars into things that are going to bring you people, that are going to bring you people to buy from you directly, then you can get more money for your cards and you can offer more money for cards. Then you can say, well, our clientele buys the cards at, above TCG market. So a good example is like TCG direct sellers as well. You can sell cards on TCG Player for much higher price if you sell them direct. Now the fee is higher, but you can offer more money for the cards because even though the fee's higher, you're still making more. It's still a higher thing. So I came for the Kaldheim links. Get to it, John. We should do that. Here, I'm sorry. By the way, everybody who's here, I appreciate you. And I promise you, I'm not doing the content creator thing where like, they're like, we're going to do this thing, but you have to wait to the end of the video. I'm really not doing that. Part of the reason why I try to wait till the end with the leaks is because not everybody wants to see the leaks, but everybody, so to speak, wants to see the pack opening. Okay. But we've been going for like 35 minutes now and we haven't talked about the leaks. There is a leak. I think I'm going to talk about the leak now and then we'll keep going. For those of you who don't want to stick around, you just want to see what is the Kaldheim leak. We'll share it now and then you can come back. Okay. So those who are watching on YouTube, if you don't want to see the Kaldheim leak, don't look. Just fast forward about, I don't know, a few minutes. I don't know. That makes it awkward, right? You know what, Joey? This is what I'm going to say. We're going to do the Kaldheim leak at the end. Okay. which does make it like the content creator. But I have a reason for that. I don't want to make it all awkward for someone who's watching the YouTube video to be like, oh, now I got to fast forward. And they're like closing their eye and like, is it there yet? Is there? Okay. So we're just going to make it easy on them. And if you don't like it, you can go and watch the YouTube video and you can just fast forward. Okay. You know what? In 2020, I'm just going to do things my way. Okay. I'm tired of pandering to people, man. All right. I love you, Joey, but I'm not going to pander to you. So I'm just going to do it my way. So if you don't like it, move on. All right, here we go. More chat. Let's see. The non-local students yesterday, though, that's so nice. Oh, you got your non-local student. That's awesome. Mark's son teaches people how to play Pokemon Go. He's a master. I'm just catching up with chat, so, all right. When you buy a $100 pack, didn't get a $5 meddling mage. Let's see. Pioneer was the last 60 card format I played back in March. Yeah, Pioneer rip. It was good times though, right? Only one more day of John doing it his way. I meant 2021. You know what I meant. That's it. I'm out of here. Bye, Felicia. See you later, dude. Oh man. Yeah, I messed up. I meant in 2021. What I started to realize is I need to just say what I mean to say. I need to say what I'm thinking. I need to just be me, okay? I can't filter things anymore and try to I just can't, man. I just got to be who I am, and sometimes that's going to be ugly. Sometimes that's not going to be a pleasant thing, but that's okay because everyone has that side. All right. Let's oh man, this is a whole topic. I'm going to try to talk about it. And then we're going to go on to pack openings. All right. This is Allie of the Veil, from Twitter. She always gives these insightful things. And I just thought this was cool. So I think we're going to talk about it. And that's one of the things I want to say is this another thing. Okay. This intrigues me. Okay. But some people are going to be like, who cares about this? Well, I care about it because I think it's interesting. One of these days, we are going to have a chat about how MTG encourages parasocial relationships to the nth degree. But I've had a bottle of wine, so we won't do it today. Well, we're going to do it today. We're going to talk about that. First of all, I had to look at what parasocial was. And, don't feel bad if you did not know, because I did not know either. But now I feel smart because I read it on the internet. And, yeah, now we know. So I'm going to bring down the what it is. Let's bring it down into the chat. So parasocial relationships are one-sided relationships where a person extends emotional energy interest and time, and the other party, the persona, is completely unaware of the other's existence. Parasocial relationships are most common with celebrities, organizations such as sports teams, or television stars. So what Ellie's saying is that in the Magic community, you have people like Brad Nelson, right? Like maybe you love Brad Nelson, but Brad Nelson doesn't know that you exist. And she's saying that this happens a lot in the Magic community. And you know what? I think it does. And I don't know why. Why does that happen in the Magic community? Why does the Magic community encourage that? I'm not sure why. I know that some people, so I've had a modicon of success in the Magic community. Now, I don't now. Okay, so like nobody knows who I am now, but at one point people did know, and some people would say, like someone said the other day on Twitter, that I was one of the people who made them aware that people could be approachable, that Magic personalities could be approachable, which to me is like, that's weird, right? Why would you think that someone is not approachable? Why do people do that? I'd love to hear from you. Tell me, chat, what you think. And also, if you're watching on YouTube, put in the comment, what do you think? Why do you think people like here's a good example, Jimmy and Josh, right? From the Command Zone. Like, I watch their podcasts all the time. I feel like I'm having this parasocial relationship with them. Like, I feel like I'm like watching their thing. I'm enjoying their personalities. I get to learn about them a little bit as I'm watching, right? And like, they don't know who I am, that doesn't make me sad or anything, but it's weird though, right? It's a weird thing. The whole chat is quiet. I've picked a bad, not a bad topic, but I picked a topic that you guys don't care about, right? That's what happened. Tell me what you think. I'm going to start getting ready to open packs. Okay. I'm going to get ready to open some packs while I wait for your feedback. Okay, let's get a pack open. This pack is going to be for Derek. I'm going to label it, and we'll come back to the chat. Maybe you guys are a little bit slow. Maybe you have a little bit of a slow response time, because you have to think about it, right? It's something that you gotta think about. All right. I'm labeling the pack, Derek. Also, I didn't bother to clean my desk. As you can see, we got a Merfolk Assassin here. We got a bunch of Thran Dynamos and some Soul Rings. I did not clean my desk. This is for Derek in the pack club. And then I feel like opening one pack is just, one pack feels bad, right? We should open more than one pack, no? You know what we're going to do? We're going to do another, I'm going to open another one of these Commander Legends. Now, I do have some Commander Legends, but they're for Pack Club. Because we're gonna, on Friday, we're gonna do this all over again, and we're gonna open up Pack Club packs. So I'm gonna open up this one for me. All right. Oh, we got some feedback on the parasocial conversation. All right, let's see. I think Magic has a higher percentage of socially awkward people. Okay. All right. Socially awkward. What's the psychological profile of somebody who usually plays Magic? Are they socially awkward? Is socially awkward, does that have to do with being parasocial? Right? In a way, it's like, I don't think all, like if you think about sports teams, not all those guys who get into sports are socially awkward, right? Some of them are like the sporty types, the types who would be like the jocks in high school who were social, I don't know if it's like I don't think so. I don't know. Not that I'm saying, I'm not saying that Magic players are not socially awkward. They can be, we all can be, right? But I'm not sure if the social awkwardness is the thing that creates this environment that, Also, we could say, is it true? That's the other thing. Just because Allie of the Veil said it does not mean it's true. It could just be like, that's one of her observations, but it's just not true. I don't know. There must be a number of follower, viewers, etc., that make it impossible to interact with common folk. Yeah, maybe. Maybe some people are like, I don't want to talk to you. Joey Pasco says, I think it's interesting, especially because I have a similar experience to you. Yeah, Joey is the same, right? Joey had a podcast, a couple of podcasts, actually. Yo MTG Taps. You were on In Contention, right? Am I off there? Am I? I don't know. Did I just say something wrong? But Joey had a lot of I guess fame. He was also a commentator on the SCG circuit, and I'm sure that people admired Joey at some point. And now I don't know. You don't have that same platform or position anymore. So I assume that you probably get like me, like nobody knows who I am, and it's probably the same because it's like And I'm really nobody to know. I'm not saying nobody knows who I am. How dare you? I'm just saying, yeah, you don't really know, right? Let's see. I watch kids watching popular YouTube streamers or whatever it is and constant waterfall of comments. Oh man, that is true. My daughter watches YouTube and she watches all these different people, and I feel like she is influenced in some way and has that kind of like one way like admiration for some of these people, right? Let's see. I guess all content, let's see. So, okay, here we go. So you think no matter what MTG celebrity I would tweet at, they would answer me, because why wouldn't they? Because they aren't that big. I think most Magic people would answer you. I don't know. I don't know. I don't answer everybody who tweets at me, but it's more of a time thing, or like there's just no answer to give, right? Maybe they make a smart comment or a funny comment. I read it and I say, I just laugh, oh, that's a funny comment, or just think about it or whatever. I don't respond to them, but it's not because I feel like I'm above them or anything like that. It's just because I didn't feel like the comment had room for a response, so to speak. Yeah, we should test it. We should tweet someone and see if they respond back, I guess all content creators have to deal with that to some extent. I'm also not saying that most Magic players are socially awkward. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry for putting words in your mouth. Just as a hobby, it may have a higher percentage per kappa versus other games. I see what you're saying. Yeah, there may be more socially awkward people in there. MTG Unpacked. What's up, MTG Unpacked? Thanks for joining. I don't think it's just MTG. I see a bunch of fiction writers Twitter where some writers are heavy users of the service and have approachable personas. Yeah, I think so. She is specifically talking about reply guys, which seems like the type of person who doesn't know where or when an appropriate time to respond is. Yeah, okay, she's talking about reply guys. Yeah, I just learned about reply guys earlier this year. Let's see, to clarify, I'm referring to reply guy types and the people who get on, oh man, I gotta censor the channel. I'm not trying to put swear words or curse words in my content. Okay, we'll have to dive into Ellie's comments more another time. I almost read that out loud. Oh man. Yeah, I think the reply guy type, right, who I don't know. I guess it's a deeper thing, right? It's a deeper thing about some men who want to interact with I guess female content creators, and they've created this this relationship, this parasocial relationship has been created because the female content creator is accessible in some sense in the Magic, space. And that could be because of the demographic that, I would say residual demographic, because I think Magic is shooting for a new demographic, but the other demographic that was kind of the base of Magic, maybe has people who have more propensity toward that stuff. All right, Joey says you were right, in contention. Yes, you were in contention. Medina has clout. Thank you, man. You know, as much as I want to be a humble guy, you know, everybody's ego, it's hungry, you know, it just wants it wants the clout, it wants the clicks, it wants the attention, you know. You can't let your ego subdue you, you know. You gotta fight against it. You can't drink your own Kool-Aid, as they say. Exactly. Only players were playing prior to 2013 were any chance to know my work, and I was always approachable. Yeah, Joey was always approachable. Joey's a great guy, you know. I love Joey. I love Big Head Joe too, if you're around Big Head Joe, you know. I think also like it's really difficult because different people have different boundaries, right? And I can definitely see how, like, if there's a male, like a reply guy who has like a romantic interest and is trying to get into the space of the female content creator, I can definitely see how that would make the female content creator uncomfortable, right? And be like, I don't really want this person in my space, but they feel entitled to that space because of this relationship, this parasocial relationship that has been created by them, essentially, you know, and by the content that's available. So I can totally see that, and I can totally see that being a problem for female content creators. I'm not saying not male content creators don't deal with similar things sometimes, but I feel like it would be more of a problem with female content creators, or a problem with private content creators, males or female, who just don't want their personal information shared. And some people are trying to get into that personal space. Personally, I'm not like that. If you come into my personal space, I'm okay with that to a degree. I mean, you can't show up at my house and just walk in. But like if you're on my personal Facebook or something like that, that's fine. Just be prepared to get the non-magic content. Be prepared to hear Bible scriptures. Be prepared to see pictures of my kids. Be prepared to hear about my relationship with my wife. Be prepared for that stuff. If you're going to come into like my personal sphere, you know, that's okay with me. It's not okay for everyone. Some people have different boundaries, but like you're signing on for a whole new show at that point. You know what I mean? You know, some people don't like it. Let me just put it that way. Of course, you got to want and ask for an answer in the form of a question. I don't even know what that is. Oh, yeah. Right. When somebody's tweeting at me and if there's no way to answer it, instead of like haha or lol, I used to always put lol, you know, like just because it's like, oh, that's funny, or, you know, but then I got tired of it because I'm like, if anybody reads my feed, it's just going to be like lol, you know. You hear podcasters talk about it a lot, how it's very one-sided relationship. Listeners spend hundreds of hours listening to people speak in mostly unfiltered fashion, which makes you feel like you kind of know them. This is true about podcasters, and this is why a lot of people connect it with me, is because I was on the A team and I would just talk constantly, and they would listen to me on their rides to work, and they come up to me with such familiarity and such joy, and like I don't know who they are, and I don't mean that in like a rude way, like I don't know you, but like I just mean like I just obviously was not experiencing it with them. I was just, you know, I was talking, you know. Your life isn't 100% MTG? Well, we didn't expect that. Yeah, I know. Sometimes my content can feel like, you know, you read my Twitter feed and it's just all magic, and I try to keep it that way for the magic Twitter. Yeah. I think this is a great, you guys, you all showed up. Thank you for giving your feedback on the parasocial thoughts. And I'm going to have to read Ellie's thread because I didn't really read the whole thread. I just read that one tweet, and I've been thinking about it throughout the day. I wanted to talk about it on the podcast or on the show or whatever you want to call this. And then it looks like she's at it more. So I'm really interested in what her thoughts are, and I'm going to dig into that more. And I'll put the link in the description, and so you can do the same. All right. There was another topic, but we're going to kill that. We're going to open up a pack. Let's get to open a pack, and let's get to the Kaldheim. We still have Kaldheim leaks. We still have them. I tricked you. You're all here still. You thought I forgot. but I didn't. All right, let's open up a pack. This is for Derek. Derek, thank you for being part of Pack Club. Thank you for purchasing a pack. And, we're going to open it up and we're going to enjoy the pack with you. All right, here we go. Our pack's still open for purchase. Hartman, what's up? One of the reasons I love doing this weekly thing is a bunch of my friends show up. It's just so cool. Yeah, by the way, to answer your question, yes, they are. I'm over here like so happy about you showing up, and I forgot to answer your question. See, that's how it is on Twitter. People tweet at me and I just don't answer. I just get all excited. Here, I'll put the link in here. Boom. Okay. So, are we going to crack this? Are we going to crack the Zendikar Rising collector box? If we do crack it, instead of a collector pack, if you want, we can do one of the box toppers instead of a collector pack, if you want. I would say go for the collector's pack instead of going for the box topper, because you might get a Scalding Tarn, but with the collector's pack, there's more, more opportunity. All right, Derek, let's hope for something good. Lithoform Blight, I like that card. All right, we got a land. Archpriest of Iona. I like this card. This is one of the few party cards that I'm really excited about. So its power is equal to the number of creatures in your party, right? So it's already a 2/2, right? No. At the beginning of your combat, if you have a full party, target creature gets +1/+1 in flying. No, it's a 1/2. It's a 1/2 for 1. But I feel like with Changelings coming and with the Dungeons and Dragons set, I feel like this card has a lot of potential, because even just a 2/2, so put a 2-drop, even a 2/2 for 1 is not bad. And then if you get your third drop, a 3/2 for 1 mana, you start getting a little bit better rate. So I like this. Good hit, Derek. I gave a big old financial analysis in the middle of the pack cracking. People who are here for the leak are just they hate me. All right, I'm going to open this up for me. Oh, man, come on. You know what? I'm going to bring the bell. I'm bringing the bell because I feel like we're going to hit something. Oh, this feels great, but it feels bad too, because when I open this pack, it could be a whiff. It could be a real whiff, and it's just like flushing money down the toilet when you whiff, It never feels good. All right. Come on. All right. Give me the goods. Foil Maelstrom Colossus. Brass Herald. Some not bad common, uncommon foils. Yes! Haha! We did it. We risked it for the biscuit, and we got there. Yes! I was like, why am I flushing $30 down the toilet right now? Why am I doing it? Because we were going to get this Vampiric Tutor foil. That is a foil Vampiric Tutor. Oh, we did it. Oh, that makes me feel so good. And just this is boom, the stress is off. Now we could just open it and we get an Extended Art Swiftfoot Boots, which is that's money in the bank. And now we're down to our etched foils. And we get a Tana, that's not greatest, but I don't really care at this point. Our etched foils were not great. I mean, they're still etched foils, which is I want to keep all of these. But yeah, we did it. Man, that was nice. That was a nice, you can't complain. You cannot complain for that. I'm going to put that in a sleeve, and that's going to go on Alchemist Refuge. I'm going to put that on the Refuge and sell that sucker. All right. Let's see if I convince Lucas to buy a pack. Let's see if he, Lucas had pretty good pack luck on this stream. So, I never feel bad for convincing Lucas to buy a pack. He's always had good pack luck, you know. I think it's possible though that because we don't have any more Commander Legends, that Lucas is kind of like, I'm not interested. I'm not interested. Yeah, that was a good hit. That was a good hit. All right, let's look at the Kaldheims. Let's go to the Kaldheim leak. Tell me now, also everyone, if you've already seen the other leaks. Have you already seen the other leaks? Also, this is it now. Okay, those who are watching YouTube, we're gonna get into leak territory. If you don't want to see leaks, you gotta hit the road. You gotta hit the road. And if you are hitting the road right now, thank you for joining and watching. For those of you who are left over after that, we're gonna look at some leaks, and it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. All right, let me go. Where I'm pulling this from, by the way, and I should tell you about this. We do have a Discord. Okay, so I'm pulling these leaks from my Discord. So like, if you want to see the leaks before they, when they come out, just go to the Discord and go to the preview spoiler channel. And there's people posting this stuff in there all day. And they are posting them with the spoiler, the hider. So we are hiding it so that people don't, who don't want to see them, don't have to see them. But here it is. Here it is right here. And this is nutty. This is just nutty. Righteous Valkyrie. Look at, I love the way, oh, whoops. We got to switch. We got to switch that. All right. Here we go. Righteous Valkyrie. Okay, it's a 3-mana angel. First of all, 3-mana angel is great for Angel Tribal. Super awesome. And it's also a cleric. Angel Cleric. Okay? So, great creature types. Great mana cost. 2 and 1 white. Flying 2/4. Flying 2/4 for 3 mana is already like very nice. Whenever another angel or cleric enters the battlefield under your control, you gain life equal to that creature's toughness. That is awesome. That's awesome. And it's such a, like, if you don't know, there was a card that did that for casuals. I don't want to call it casuals, but it was like angelic. What is that? Let me see if I can find it. MTG Angelic. It was Angelic something. Here it is. Angelic Chorus. Okay. Angelic Chorus was a card that did this, and it was just for any creature. It was 5 mana to do that. It was 5 mana, and this is a 3-mana angel that does it. And as long as you have at least 7 more life than your starting life total, creatures you control gain +2/+2. That's including this. So like, if you're in Commander, if you're at 47, your whole team gets +2/+2. I mean, this feels constructed playable. I guess we need more angels. We need more of a curve angel wise. We might need like a 2-drop angel, right, to make this super playable. But we do have a lot of great 4-drop angels, and I don't know. This seems great. Also, there's clerics too. I mean, and there's changelings, right? So yeah, there's clerics and changelings. So this is the leak. I think it's great. Card looks really bonkers. What do you think? I want to hear about your thing in chat. All right. I'm also seeing some other topics people want me to cover, but I think that we're just going to have to cover that next time. Oh my gosh. I should have read that stuff before the leak. Let's see what people are saying about the leak. I love this angel so much. Yeah, it's pretty cool. This shows up Windrake. Yeah, it does. Hey, what's up, Will? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you, buddy. I hope you had a good Christmas too, man. Oh, you just signed up for the monthly sub. Oh man. All right. If you signed up for that, then that means what that means is that what's going to happen. Let me explain this to you. Lucas. is that you already got charged. So you get a pack tonight, but also on the 1st, you're going to get hit with a pack. Now, if you don't want that to happen, let me know and we'll walk you through like pausing or skipping next, because at Friday you're going to get hit again, because Friday is the 1st and that's when we do the big pack opening. So that's the first thing. Let me know if you want to skip that. That's okay. You can skip it within the website and I can show you how to do that. Okay. Second thing is, nah, son, we ballin'. I love it. Second thing is, since you're picking the pack club, I can give you one of any of these. Would you like a collector's pack of Zendikar Rising, or would you like the box topper, Zendikar Rising box topper? Or would you like a Commander Legends collector's pack? Out of those 3, you let me know which one you want to open tonight and we'll open that. Okay, so Joey, what did you think? What did you think of the leak? You waited all this time to see the leak. What did you think? We also have this. I'm gonna show this one because this one came out earlier in the week, and I'll show this other leak. I don't think we talked about it last week, because last week we talked about some leaks, and I don't want to obviously do the leaks we talked about last week, but this one, let's see if we can pop it in here. Come on. Come on, get in there. All right, there we go. This is another one. While you guys are figuring this out, Joey is speechless. All right, so the Blood Sky Massacre. Also, I should premise this with, we don't know if these are real. So we're talking about them as if they're real, but we don't know. We don't know. Okay, this one is a saga for 3 mana. You create a 2/3 red demon berserker creature token with menace, which is for 3 mana a 2/3 with menace. That seems okay. Whenever a berserker attacks this turn, you draw a card. That's the second one. And then the third one is add a red mana for each berserker you control. Until the end of the turn, you don't lose this mana as steps and phases end. So the red mana kind of carries through the rest of the turn. I think that's cool. I think that's pretty cool. It's like 3 mana is like where you want to be casting cost wise, Joey's trying to get his daughter ready for bed. Sorry, Joey. Oh man, we took so long with all of our parasocial relationship talk that we didn't even give Joey time. His daughter had to go to bed. That's how long we took. So rip on that. I think it's interesting. You get a draw card, you get a 2/3 with menace, and then you get some of that mana back. Seems cool. I think it's definitely playable in many different formats. Cause remember, changelings are berserkers too, right? So if you have a changeling on the battlefield, then you play the massacre and make a second, berserker, and then on the following turn you attack with both. Doesn't that mean you get to draw 2 cards? And then on the following turn you get 2 extra mana? Isn't that what that means? That seems good, right? That seems pretty good. I like this. Another weird thing is you can turn, in Commander, you could just use this as a super ritual, right? If you make a bunch of tokens and then make them into berserkers, then you get to add 1 million red mana, right? Or some variation of, Interesting stuff. Okay, let's see what Lucas Legends, easy please. Okay, we're gonna open a Legends pack for Lucas. Wasn't there a 2-drop Angel? I don't know. As you can tell, I've been paying very close attention to the spoilers. Yeah. Joey says it seems like it has a lot of potential upside. It's pretty sweet. All right, let's open another pack. Let's go back to the pack club. We're gonna have to buy another box of Commander Legends because we're kind of running a little We're running a little short there. Okay. I'm going to tag this one so we don't get them mixed up. All right, buddy. All right. Let's hope for that scroll rack. Let's hope for scroll rack, or let's hope for the Lotus. Let's hope for a Lotus, you know? Are you guys ready? Is everybody ready? All right, let's do it. Good luck, Hartman. All right. Oh, man. You know what this means? It means that this pack is going to rock. All right, here we go. Here we go. I can already see some extended arts. I think that means, I think that means we get an extended art before the extended arts. That's good. You always love to see an extended art before the actual extended arts, because that means that you just get value, extra free value. And we love to see extra free value. Oh, what's it gonna? Oh! Wow. Freaking Lucas, you and your packs, man. Foil, extended art, command tower. Foil, extended art, command tower. Lucas comes on here and he just balls out, man. He just balls out. I'm jealous. I'm jealous of his pack. Look, my pack was great, but his power to open. What else do we got? Okay, we got a foil. So for the foil rare, right? That's a foil rare. For the foil rare, he got a foil extended art Court of Grace. Okay. So also extended art. We got an extended art Boros Charm. Plague Reaver. We missed a little bit on that one. All right, now we are in the etched foils. The etched foils. We got a Marath. A Marath? And a Hans Eriksson. Okay. So, recap. Boros Charm. Foil. Full art. Court of Grace. Foil. Full art. Command Tower. Very, very nice pack. Very nice pack. No scroll rack, but you know, the pack was good. The pack was solid. All right. We'll get that mailed out to you ASAP. ASAP. Do the etched foils curl? No, they do not. They do not. Let me show you. Let's do a little close-up of the etched foils. So here's a close-up of an etched foil. There you go. See that? They do not curl. Now, I'm not saying they never curl, but they definitely, it's not like, I mean, let's look at the other foils in this set. Look at this already. Like, look at that. Already starting to bend. So yeah, these are pretty great. And yeah, those are definitely, you know, if you want to get some foils out of Commander Legends, the etched foils are good to do that. The pack is 10 out of 10. Nice. Need an elk boy. That's sweet. All right. You know what? I've had a great time. I've had a really great time hanging out with y'all. I think that's it. I think we talked about most everything everybody wanted to talk about. I don't know if I got to all of Woolie's stuff. Some predictions. Man, you know what? I'm going to take a bunch of these topics. There's a bunch of topics that are floating, and I'm going to move these topics to the first. So the next time we are going to do Pack Club is going to be on the 1st. So that's on Friday. So Friday we're going to do some more Pack Club, and we're going to open up like 4 collectors packs, 4 Commander Legends collectors packs at least, and then whatever everybody else wants to jump in with. So, you know, that's going to happen on the 1st. So I'm gonna just check if anyone else bought a pack. I don't want to leave anyone out. And if not, we're gonna close it up, unless you all have something else to say, right? Let's see. I think we're good on packs. No, we're good. We're good. All right. So yeah, 10 out of 10 stream. I'll throw some more money for scratcher tickets. Yeah. How do you buy a pack? I'll buy some. Indomitable Dan. Welcome, Indomitable Dan. Here, I'll give you a link. This is all the packs we have left here. This is all the packs. I have to save. I do have some. Hi, VOD. I have to save the Commander Legends pack for the 1st because that's when everyone in Pack Club is getting their packs. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 packs, which means that if you sign up for Pack Club, I can spare one more Epic pack today, but then the Commander Legends packs will be out. So if you want to just get a... Yeah, you do. Lucas has one with your name on it. There's 5 people or 4 people who have their names on Commander Legends packs for Friday, and then we do have a whole box of Zendikar Rising, which is sweet. And then we also have the regular Zendikar Rising if you just want to open a pack just to feel alive or whatever, Which one has the foil Lotus? I wish I knew. If I knew that, then first of all, I would be a scumbag because that would mean that I looked at the packs, okay? And second of all, if I was already a scumbag, then probably I would have opened that one for myself, right? When I got that Vampire Tutor. Then, you're going to bed. It's late in Germany. Love Magic Boys. See you on Discord. Thank you for joining. Really great to see you. And I appreciate everyone being here. We're gonna hang out for a minute. It looks like maybe someone wanted to buy a pack. And while we're doing that, let's maybe take one of these. Here's a good thing. Let's talk about a topic real quick. There's a lot of buzz about reserve list buyouts. Does anyone know why? Does anyone know why there would be some buzz about reserve list buyouts? Well, it's because Bitcoin is going crazy. So Bitcoin's going nuts right now. And what that typically means is that people who have Bitcoin want to cash it out, put it into something else, or diversify. And what happened last time is that those people cashed out and went into reserve list cards. So that's how we got a bunch of the dual land spiked, how we got all that kind of stuff happening is because the Bitcoin spiked and people pulled out and then put their money into collectibles. We expect the same thing to happen again. And so I'm not saying I expect that. I'm just saying people with knowledge expect that. And so, it's a weird time right now. Not everybody in before $1,000 Mox Diamonds. The $600 checks we're getting, that's another thing is with that stimulus check, you'll be at least able to get one dual land. Come on. Another thing is stimulus is hitting, and that's gonna make the market more interesting anyways, right? It's going to make the market interesting for people because people are going to want to buy cards with their stimulus. Some people are going to use it to survive, but some people who have that little bit of extra income are going to buy cards, You can't even buy a Gaia's Cradle for $600. Stimulus should be used for essentials. Yes. So only foil soul rings you should buy. Give me reserve list cardboard instead. So is it a bubble? Well, there's 2 things we're talking about, right? We're talking about the reserve list, right? And we're talking about the reserve list, and we're talking about Bitcoin. And so which is one of those a bubble? It's hard to say because every time somebody says Bitcoin is a bubble or Bitcoin is like funny money or it's not real, something else happens that gives Bitcoin more, what do you call it, viability or more interest, right? Like one of the things that is happening now is you can keep Bitcoin in PayPal. So PayPal has signed on with the Bitcoin stuff, you know? And so like, you know, that has made Bitcoin more legitimate, which is feeding into this frenzy about, you know, it's going up. Will the prices drop again, or should I dump my reserves list stuff, namely intuitions and soul lands? Okay, that's a good question. So like, is the reserve list a bubble, right? Is the reserve list a bubble? A lot of people have been saying it's a bubble. I don't know. I can't tell you that honestly, because there is a demand for soul lands, right? There's a demand for those cards, and the reserve list existing itself makes them kind of, I don't want to say a safe investment, but the safer investment in Magic, right? In the Magic space, when you look at what you can invest in, the safer stuff is the stuff on the reserve list. But that being said, there are a lot of investors. There are a lot of people who own shops, a lot of people with money who have bought a lot of these reserve list cards. I'm talking about, you know, you can see people with just tons and tons of these reserve list cards. And the question is like, how strong are their hands, right? And one of the things that I think happens is, as there is like a reserve list spike, and then there's the sellout, right? Because some people are just investors. They buy, it spikes, they sell out because they're like, oh, I came to make money. I made the money. As that stuff happens, you get less and less investors in there, right? Because the investors have come in and left. And then they might buy in again, but like every time that happens, they buy in and then sell out, buy in and then sell out. The price gets altered, and it gets kind of to this higher and higher echelon. And it's getting like, the people who have a lot of the reserve list cards also are the ones with the strongest hands, right? They're the people who have the desire to hold it and the willingness to hold it, because if they were going to sell it, they would have sold it like at the spike that happened, you know, a few years back, or the spike that recently happened, or this spike that's about to happen, you know? So the fact that those people are consistent and like have held those cards even through a pandemic, even through like all of the turmoil that's been going on in the U.S., you know, financial infrastructure, then, you know, those people are still holding. So I really don't believe those people are going to sell out now, you know, which is just going to keep the floor for reserve list cards very high. And I'm talking about reserve list cards that are playable, right? I'm not talking about the weird, like whatever reserve list card that's just, you know, weird. But when you're thinking about this question, what I would say is, what are you going to use the money for? Because like, you have to keep in mind that money, there's an opportunity cost to keeping an investment, right? So like, if you keep your reserve list cards, then they'll probably appreciate over time. And, you know, most of the time they'll appreciate slowly. There may be some ups and downs with like spikes and stuff like that, like what's about to happen or probably going to happen. But the thing that you have to ask yourself is, when everything washes out, when from the time you've held your reserve list cards to the time you sold your reserve list cards, what could that money have done for you in the meantime, right? Like, would that money have worked harder somewhere else, right? Like, if you just take a small, like, let's say the reserve list, you know, appreciates, you know, 5% over the year, you know, over a year. Would taking that money out earn you more than 5% of your investment back than what you're getting on the reserve list, right? And are you willing to do the work to get that money out, right? Let's say you can make 10%, but you have to hustle and you have to grind, cards. Is that like, are you going to do that work? And can you afford to do that work? Those kind of things, right? So those are the kind of questions. And most of the time for Magic players who have like 10 reserve list cards, the answer is just keep them. Because like by the time you like sell those, take the money, put it into something else, hustle the money, it's not going to make any sense, right? And so that's just where you're at. I mean, it all depends on where you're at and what you're trying to do. Let's see. Money out of the active market doesn't have any place to grow. An asset can, but money not so much. Right. So like, yeah, you can't put money somewhere, but if you take an asset or if you take an investment, you can get money that way. You got to buy the right cards. It's a gamble. I don't think it's a gamble if you're like buying dual lands, right? Dual lands are just forever going to be expensive, right? Like as long as the reserve list exists, dual lands are going to be expensive, right? And so like the appreciation of dual lands over the years, you just look at that as an investment. New legendary squirrel. Let's make Liege of the Hollow Spike. Yeah, I mean, there's some weird stuff going on there in the market for sure. All right, I'm gonna give a last call for packs, and then we're gonna wrap it up. If there's nobody who wants any packs, that's totally 100% fine. You will have another opportunity to do this on Friday, so we can do that then. It looks like we got another Dan Carroll. What's up, brother? All right, it looks like you bought a premium pack, which means that typically for a premium pack, what you're looking at is a regular Commander Legends pack or something of that nature. So I don't have any regular Commander Legends. So what I will do is for the first, I will make sure to have Commander Legends, and we'll open you 2 packs on the first. So we're going to open you 2 regular Commander Legends packs on the first, Dan. Okay. I hope that's cool. All right, let's see what else is going on. No problem. Yes. Dual land going up to $50 in going up 50 in a year to okay. There's a lot of investment stuff going on here that Lucas is schooling us on. So you can read that in the comments. And yeah, join me Friday. If you're not following, follow here. If you're not on the Discord, get in the Discord. And we'll talk more. We've been going at this for like an hour and a half, and I love you guys and I want to hang out more, but let's wrap this one up and let's pick up right where we left off on Friday when we do Big Pack Club. We're going to open some collector packs. We're going to talk about some topics. It's going to be great. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful and safe New Year's Eve. And don't forget, Friday. I'll see you Friday. All right. Love you guys. Have a good one. And see you Friday.